Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Judicial independence and full compliance with Article 122A of the Constitution takes center stage during law year 2026. AG calls for stronger discipline, higher standards at law year 2026. Agriculture Minister fires back at corruption allegation made by Win party leader. Reshaping Your Mindset for Success conference hosted by Joy Agnes International. And in sport, Cricket West Indies announces a 16-man squad to face Afghanistan in 3 T20s. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Aletha Grant with the Tuesday, 13th January 2026 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you should know this evening. Judicial independence and the full implementation of Article 122A of the Constitution dominated discussions during the opening of law year 2026 as Acting Chancellor Roxanne George outlined plans for reform and accountability. More from Tiana Cole.
Safeguarding judicial independence and strengthening public trust are central to the judiciary's agenda. This is according to Acting Chancellor of the Judiciary, Roxanne George, who called for full compliance with Article 122A, the constitutional provision that guarantees the autonomy of the courts.
I reiterate, the judiciary looks forward to full compliance with Article 122A of the Constitution of Guyana and the return of the judiciary to being a fully self-accounting entity, which manages its tender processes with full accountability to Parliament regarding how its budgetary allocation.
The Acting Chancellor said the judiciary is now entering a new phase of transformation focused on accountability, digitization, performance measurement, and service excellence to improve the delivery of justice across the country. She also paid tribute to former Acting Chancellor Justice Yonette Cummins Edwards, who served the judiciary for 25 years and laid the groundwork for many reforms now being advanced.
Justice Cummins Edwards' tenure saw the construction of court buildings, residential quarters, the establishment of specialized courts and new magisterial districts, an improvement in the use of technology in our court systems, and the launch of the strategic plan.
The Acting Chancellor explained that Strategic Plan 2024 to 2031, under the theme Pursuing Service Excellence through Investments in Human Resources, Management Systems and Technology, aims to modernize court operations and align them with international standards. The judiciary is seeking membership in the International Framework for Court Excellence, IFCE, which sets global benchmarks for court performance, accessibility, and public trust. Between July and August 2025, the judiciary completed its initial IFCE self-assessment, placing a system in Band 3 of 5, indicating alignment with good governance, but highlighting areas for improvement.
The self-assessment demonstrates that the judiciary is aligned with the principles of good governance and service excellence, revealing scope for greater improvement to build system-wide consistency in court operations.
She said that while recent efforts focus heavily on expanding court infrastructure nationwide, the next phase will prioritize digitization, data-driven management, and continuous improvement to deepen public confidence. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, legal reform and the timely delivery of justice were also given priority at the opening of law year 2025. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anand Lal on Tuesday, during the opening of law year 2026, said that while tremendous progress has been achieved through hard work within the legal profession, more is required to advance standards and effectiveness.
And this stagnant state simply can't continue. As head of the bar, I am prepared to play my role. We need to hold the profession to a greater standard of accountability, transparency, ethical excellence, professional rectitude, and competence.
The Attorney General stressed the need for strong and effective disciplinary mechanisms to address serious allegations of misconduct, negligence, and dishonesty within the profession.
We need appropriate sanctions to be available that would be commensurate with the finding of guilt or culpability once the proper inquiry is done.
While acknowledging the efficiency of virtual hearings, Nandlal advocated for a greater return to in-person court proceedings, particularly for trials and oral arguments. He explained that physical courtrooms provide invaluable learning opportunities for younger attorneys, allowing them to observe senior practitioners in action. Meanwhile, President of the Guyana Bar Association Kamal Ramkaran in his remarks said speedy hearings and completion of trials must remain a top priority in ensuring the effective delivery of justice.
Delay means that there has been no justice, and we must all work together and remain vigilant to never return where we have come from.
Turning to the Court of Appeal, Ramkaran pointed to several positive developments, including the renovation of the building, the capacity for 2 courts to sit simultaneously, and the appointment of several new judges. However, he noted that the court continues to operate under acting rules dating back to 1969, which he described as outdated and a major contributor to delays.
The system becomes the way it does because we all accept it. But I have no doubt that the energetic new leadership in the Court of Appeal, together with the unprecedented number of new judges there, will quickly remove the backlog completely and bring us to the same position we are in the High Court.
Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Proverbial punches are being thrown between the Minister of Agriculture and the We Invest in Nation WIN party leader. The WIN leader is accusing the minister of alleged corruption, while the minister hits back, saying every dollar spent is done transparently and would be accounted for by the Auditor General. Marvin Cato has that story.
The WIN party differs with the numbers paid out by Minister Zulfikar. Our research shows that the Agriculture Minister, as usual, inflate numbers which cannot be substantiated.
That was Azruddin Mohammed, Member of Parliament and leader of the We Invest in Nationhood political party, accusing Minister of Agriculture Zulfikar Mustafa of allegedly siphoning off millions of dollars from the $2.1 billion payout earmarked for rice farmers' subsidy. No sooner was the allegation made, Mustafa hit back.
People who can't give you anything, but they're trying to derail the process. Every single cent that we give out as grant or we expend for the development of this country.
During the distribution of grants to fisher folk at Lusignan on the east coast of Demerara, Mustafa said that every grant is distributed transparently, reminding that expenses are accounted for by the Auditor General when audits are done.
Your names were listed. It was a process. Your names were listed. It was placed at a certain point. People were given notice to tell us if people who don't deserve it, their names are on the list, which will struck off.
The minister, visibly upset by the utterances of the WIN party leader of alleged corruption in the distribution exercise, gave a fiery speech to those in attendance, throwing proverbial punches and jabs at the WIN leader. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
More news after the break. Stay with us.
I'm sorry. I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home. Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
This Saturday and Sunday, come down to Gafour's all-new Home and Office Center, upstairs of the MacDo Mega Complex. We got everything to fix up your place. Recliners, TVs, refrigerators, chandeliers, kitchen appliances, fitness equipment, outdoor furniture, toys, back-to-school bags, all under one roof at prices you can't beat. We open Saturday from 7:30 to 4 and Sunday from 9 to 4. And here it is, 10% off store-wide every Sunday. So don't miss this opportunity to save big. Call 223-9896 or come down this weekend to Gafour's all-new Home and Office Center, upstairs of the MacDo Mega Complex. Gafour's, the name you can trust. See you there.
Thanks for staying with us. You with the HGP Nightly News. The preliminary findings from the 2022 census are out, and figures released indicate higher number of males than females, resulting in a sex ratio of 101 males to 100 females, up from 99 in 2012. Antonio Day has more.
The preliminary National Population and Housing Census of 2022, released on Monday, indicated that males have outnumbered females. The report cited that Guyana's population stands at 878,674, with 50.18% males and 49.82% females, resulting in a sex ratio of 101 males per 100 females, up from 92 in 2012. In the hinterland regions, the overall sex ratio is higher than 130 males per 100 females than in coastal regions, with 99 males per 100 females, an increase in males in both geographic areas from the 2012 census. The local population comprises of 96.93% of residents, while the foreign-born population accounts for 3.07%, compared to 98.90% and 1.10%, respectively, in 2012. Dr. Ashley Singh, Minister with responsibility for finance in the Office of the President, noted that many of those from the foreign-born population are those who could have migrated from neighboring countries.
The realities of cross-border migration. Many of them have come to Guyana either as investors or as workers or as students.
While a small percentage represents investors and students, the reality on the ground, however, is that many migrants, particularly Venezuelans, are fleeing their home country because of the humanitarian crisis there. Many have now occupied communities stretched across the length and breadth of Guyana. Meanwhile, Region 4, Demerara Mahaica, has the largest share of 39.58%, while Region 8, Patara Superuni, remains the least populated with just 1.55%. Region 7, Kayoni Mazuruni, experienced the highest annual growth rate of 5.14%. Coastal regions account for 87.16% of the population, while hinterland regions make up 12.84%. The census recorded 271,946 households, a rise from 204,625 in 2012. The average household size decreased from 3.65 to 3.23 persons. Overall population density increased from 3.47 to 4.09 persons per square kilometers, with Region 4 being the most densely populated. Antonio De reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Police are investigating a suspected murder-suicide at a guest house on Lime Street in Workmanville, Georgetown, discovered early Tuesday morning. Travis Chase is on that story.
Police have launched an investigation into a suspected murder-suicide at a guest house on Lime Street, Wortmanville, Georgetown. The incident is believed to have occurred between 5 and 8:15 a.m. The dead have been identified as Lorian, a 31-year-old housekeeper whose address is still to be confirmed, and Cyril Saul, a 36-year-old security guard of Lime Street, Wortmanville. Initial investigations indicate that both were employees at the guest house and were the only staff members on duty overnight. Police say the two were previously in an intimate relationship, which reportedly ended about 2 months ago. When ranks responded, they found the woman motionless in one of the rooms with visible injuries, while the man was discovered unresponsive in a separate room. A doctor from the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation pronounced both dead at the scene. Police recovered a firearm, ammunition, a knife, and a quantity of suspected poisonous substance, all of which have been secured for forensic examination. CCTV footage from the premises has been reviewed and is forming part of the ongoing probe. Several individuals have also been contacted and questioned. The bodies were later escorted to the Memorial Funeral Parlor mortuary, where they are awaiting autopsies. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Time management, self-confidence, and resilience took center stage when the Joy Agnes International hosted a one-day leadership and professional growth conference at the World Trade Center on Tuesday. The conference was held under the theme, Reshaping Your Mindset for Success. Antonio Day was there and filed this report.
Reverend Dr. Joy Hamer Agnes, who is a distinguished leader, educator, and entrepreneur, on Tuesday, hosted a leadership and professional growth conference at the World Trade Center. The conference served as a roadmap where topics such as time management, self-confidence, resilience, and approaches to being a successful individual were highlighted by keynote speakers. Rosalinda Rasul, head of the Diaspora Unit at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, in her remarks, touched on the importance of having a positive mindset.
There is something called, in the pursuit of success and in reshaping your mind, which we don't often talk about, it's called the treasure of darkness. Life itself is going to knock you off your feet so many times. But oftentimes what people look at is that, you know what, woe be unto me, I'm facing all of these troubles and problems. But the question is, do you understand that your growth and the path to success is paved with those very moments that you're down, that you have problems, that you have challenges in your workplace?
Rasul noted that shaping your mind for success is solely dependent on a positive mind. Ms. Petal Ridley, who is the recipient of one of Guyana's national medal and worked in the hotel industry for several years, touched on the importance of self-discipline and time management in business.
We want to reshape our mindsets for success, but we're not cultivating discipline. We have a problem. We definitely, do I look at myself in the mirror every day and say, I'm pleased with who I am? What am I going to do tomorrow?
Ms. Ridley, who is also the sales and marketing director at the Princess Ramada Hotel, also emphasized the importance of efficient customer service, which she says is lacking at most public and private entities. Selwyn Collins, the founder and CEO of Brand Youth Global Incorporated, during his presentation, pointed the audience to the dynamics of having a team consisting of goals-oriented individuals.
Teamwork. It speaks to having the courage to create a team, develop a team, not only with people who will tell you yes. You need hardcore people.
Meanwhile, Evie Kanai Gulcharan, a well-known Guyanese entrepreneur, tech advocate, and business leader, in her address, guided the audience on how success is desired and attained.
While success is often presented as a formula, a trajectory, or a repeatable model, the truth is that success is deeply personal and it cannot be emulated.
Gulcharan also added that success can be admired, studied, and used as a reference point, but it is rarely replicated. Antonio De reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Join us after the break. We have more news for you.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Cvance Waste Management today at 218-1455.
GCOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing January 5, 2026 to produce an official list of electors, OLE. GCOM will be posting the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you will be 18 years or older by December 31, 2025 and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. If you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE, you are required to apply for registration. If your name is not on the PLE, apply for a transfer if you have changed your address since you were registered, apply for a name change if you have changed your name, or apply for a correction if your registration particulars are incorrect. Any person applying for a change or correction to his or her particulars must provide the required original source documents: birth certificate and deed poll for a name change by deed poll, birth certificate and marriage certificate for a name change by marriage, divorce absolute in the case of a woman who is desirous of reverting to her maiden name from her married name, birth certificate, adoption certificate, or naturalization certificate for correction of minor clerical errors. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of the above transactions. The claims aspect of this exercise will end on Sunday, January 18, 2026. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
I'm sorry, I couldn't take any more of your gaslighting. Just go. I got burned too many times. I went to Quartz and found myself a new flame.
Say goodbye to your old appliances and hello to new ones from Quartz, bringing Christmas home.
Thanks for staying with us. You're with the HGP Nightly News. As we continue, the High Court has ruled that the Department of Public Information and the Attorney General of Guyana are liable for defamation and must pay jointly $10 million in damages to Vincent Alexander following the publication of defamatory statements made in August of 2022. Travis Chase is on that story.
Justice Fidela Corbin Lincoln found that comments aired and published by DPI originating from Vice President Barrett Jagdeo falsely portrayed Alexander as dishonest, unethical, and personally profiting from public funds allocated to Ipadiji, Guyana. The court ruled that the state entities failed to prove any of their pleaded defenses, including justification, fair comment, or innocent dissemination. Quote, having weighed all the factors and had regard to the purpose of an award of damages, I am satisfied that an award of $10 million represents fair and reasonable compensation to vindicate the claimant's reputation and to compensate him for the injuries suffered. Unquote. However, the court dismissed the claim against Vice President Barrett Jagdeo personally, holding that his statements were made on an occasion of qualified privilege as a public official, addressing matters of public concern, and that Alexander failed to properly plead or prove malice. In addition to the damages award, DPI has been ordered to remove the interview from its website by January 16 and to pay $500,000 in costs to Alexander. The claimant has also been ordered to pay $350,000 in costs to Mr. Jagdeo. The ruling underscores the court's position that while public officials may speak on matters of public interest, media entities remain fully accountable for defamatory publications when legal defenses are not established. Mr. Alexander was represented by Attorney at Law UC Anderson. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce Susan Rodriguez on the recent podcast revealed that vloggers who recently visited Guyana and negatively criticized the country are responsible for selling rage for personal benefits. Marvin Cato reports.
There were two vloggers here recently. I'm a British vlogger and a French vlogger. And we investigated the motive behind this. And we saw that this is their brand.
That was Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce Susan Rodriguez speaking on the podcast Starting Point. When questioned about the recent incidents related to vloggers who visited Guyana and highlighted our continued struggles with garbage disposal, the minister was of the view that these individuals thrive on negativity.
So when you look at their pages, their YouTube pages and so on, they sell rage.
It is her view that these individuals benefit tremendously by selling negativity about countries.
That is a brand that they exploit for their own gain. And so Guyana was no different.
Rodriguez believes there has been considerable work done thus far by the government to wrestle the garbage disposal issue affecting Guyana. However, there is much more work to be done, she noted. Recently, the government announced the Georgetown Beautification Project, which is expected to be funded in the next budget. The image of the country was tarnished when the French vlogger was assaulted while filming at the border market. An investigation was launched and the individual caught on camera assaulting the tourist was arrested. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
It's Christmas at Survival Supermarket, and our year-end promotion is bigger than ever. For every $5,000 you spend, you can win one of 30 prizes. One of 4 Samsung double-door refrigerators, one of 4 Samsung washing machines, one of 4 Samsung 58-inch televisions, one of 4 Members Mark sofa sets, one of 4 portable music systems, one of 4 grocery vouchers valued $50,000 each, and one of 3 sets of car rims, and one of 3 trips to local resorts. The Survival Christmas promotion begins December 4th, with the final drawing on December 23rd, 2026, and the grand presentation on January 30th at our new Little Diamond Supermarket. Yes, this Christmas, spend $5,000 and enter to win fantastic prizes at all branches of Survival Supermarket. Happy holidays and great shopping to you all.
Fruitopia, it's a drink that's hype. The citrus punch, fruit punch tastes nice. Guava, pineapple, that give me a vibe. We no want nothing less compared to the rest. Fruitopia the best. Quenching the thirst when it comes to the test. Perfect thing for my lunch. Flavors pack a punch. Fruitopia, Fruitopia, it's a drink that's hype. The citrus punch, fruit punch tastes nice. Fruitopia, the drink that rocks your lunchtime.
GCOM will be conducting a claims and objections exercise commencing January 5, 2026 to produce an official list of electors, OLE, if you will be 18 years or older by December 31, 2025, and you're a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM will be posting the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can make a claim for registration, change or correction to your particulars, or you can object to the inclusion of anyone who you believe should not be on the list. If you are desirous of making a claim or objection, you must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to do so. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of the above transactions. All GCOM registration offices will open Mondays to Fridays from 8 to 18 hours, Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 14 hours. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. I am Antonio D. We begin with news in Trinidad and Tobago. Venezuelan activist Yesenia Gonzalez is urging Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, to clarify the status of Venezuelan migrants facing deportation, detention, and criminal charges for minor offenses amidst a new migrant registration program and instability fears in Venezuela. According to the Trinidad Express, Gonzalez, in a letter to Minister Alexander, sought clarity on migrants under deportation orders, those detained or serving sentences for minor offenses. She noted that the public had not been informed if these individuals would face court, register through the expanded program, or receive temporary relief. She criticized the lack of transparency, stating, and I quote, "Detention without transparency, timelines, or communication is neglect." Turning attention to news in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. According to St. Vincent Times, former Prime Minister Rob Gonzalez contends that the recently elected NDP government is risking national stability through reckless foreign policy pivots and economic mismanagement. He argues that the administration's specific proposals, particularly regarding citizenship and international alliances, ignore the quote-unquote the grave dangers of the current global political climate. Gonzalez on Monday characterized the NDP's plan to shift diplomatic recognition from Taiwan to China as totally folly and unnecessary and reckless. Dr. Gonzalez asserted that such a move, combined with the proposal to sell passports and citizenship, creates a volatile situation. The former Prime Minister highlighted that the United States White House already views CBI programs as an inherent security risk, and purchasing them could lead to great pain for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And lastly, with international news. About 2,000 people, including security personnel, have been killed in protests in Iran. An Iranian official said on Tuesday the first time authorities have acknowledged the high death toll from an intense crackdown on 2 weeks of national unrest. The Iranian official speaking to Reuters said the people he called terrorists were behind the deaths of both protesters and security personnel. The official, who declined to be named, did not give a breakdown of who had been killed. That has brought us to the end of the regional news. I'm Antonio Day. Do have a productive evening. Goodbye.
Let's now join Delwyn Neblet for HGP's Sports Pulse.
Good evening, Guyana. I'm Delwyn Neblet with your HGP TV Sports Pulse for today, Tuesday, January 13, 2026. The Ministers of Culture, Youth and Sport, the Honourable Charles Ramson Jr. and the Honourable Stephen Jacobs, along with the Minister within the Office of the Prime Minister, the Honourable Kwame McCoy, recently executed a site visit to the Bay Rock Track and Field Stadium in Linden as the project nears completion. As part of the government's nationwide stadium development program, the facility is being built to international standards and will be capable of hosting major athletics and FIFA-approved football events. Set to become fully operational in 2026, the stadium is already slated to host Rift Trials and has renewed hopes of bringing the National Schools Track and Field Championships back to Linden. Moving into chess, action took place in the Moo Milk-sponsored National Under-12 Open Rapid Chess Tournament at the ACADO building on the east bank of Demerara on Saturday. The 7-round event featured 42 players, including 28 boys and 14 girls. Aidan Tinney emerged as champion in the boys category with a perfect 7 points, while Veer Narayan finished second with 6 points. Ariane Tinney, with 5 points, finished in third, as Rafael Capel and Javier Devanand finished in 4th and 5th respectively. The girls' title was secured by Divya Prasad with 6.5 points, followed by Amaya Sharma with 6 points in second. Sora Ruplal finished in 3rd place with 5 points. In the Under-10 Open category, Magda Freitas secured victory ahead of Avery Monroe and Pranav Suman, as the Under-10 girls division saw Malia Thompson claim victory ahead of Amia Ali and Isabella Sharif. The Under-8 boys category was won by Pranav Suman, followed by Roshan Ali in second and Tariq John in third. Into football, national striker Naron Barrow has officially completed a transfer from the Guyana Police Force FC to Waterhouse FC in the Jamaican Premier League after finalizing a 2-year contract. Marking a significant step forward in his international career, the 21-year-old leaves the Guyana Football Federation's Elite League as one of its most prolific scorers, claiming consecutive Golden Boot titles and amassing 54 goals in the last 2 seasons. Barrow insists that the move to play in Jamaica reflects his inner desire to compete at a higher level while continuing to develop as a player. Moving into cricket, the Georgetown Cricket Club held their annual awards ceremony and biennial general meeting and election of office bearers at Border on Monday. Don Singh was elected as the new club president, while Graham Ali was re-elected as vice president. Timothy Bagwandin will serve as secretary, while Gavin Ramsundar and Kemraj Jaikaran have been reappointed as treasurer and club captain respectively. Richard Cansanal retains his position as committee member and is now joined by Leon Johnson and Keon Howard. During the award ceremony, Ramesh Prasad accepted the award for Best Batter on behalf of his son, Dr. Navindra Prasad, while Devon Lord received the award for the Best Bowler. Yudhisthir Prasad was presented with the prestigious Cricketer of the Year award. And finally in cricket, Cricket West Indies on Monday announced a 16-member squad to compete against Afghanistan in 3 T20 internationals between January 19 to 22 in the United Arab Emirates. According to reports, the West Indies 2026 World Cup squad will be finalized after the Afghanistan series is completed. Led by Jamaican Brandon King, the squad features 4 Guyanese players: Shamar Joseph, Gudakish Moti, Shimron Hetmeyer, and a first-time selection for Quinton Sampson. The West Indies squad to Afghanistan also includes Alec Athenaeus, Casey Carty, Johnson Charles, Matthew Ford, Justin Graves, Amir Jangu, Evan Lewis, Kyrie Pierre, Jaden Seals, Ramon Simmons, and Shamar Springer. That's it for this edition of the HGP TV Sports Pulse. I'm Delwyn Neblet reminding you to stay in the game.
Judicial independence and full compliance with Article 122A of the Constitution takes a center stage during Law Year 2026. AG calls for stronger discipline, higher standards at Law Year 2026. Agriculture Minister fires back at corruption allegation made by Win party leader. Reshaping Your Mindset for Success conference hosted by Joy Agnes International. And in sport, Cricket West Indies announces 16-man squad to face Afghanistan in 3 T20s. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.